For my human rights report, I chose Saudi Arabia, and this is my homepage. This here shows the location of Saudi Arabia. So basically, Saudi Arabia is found in Asia and the Middle East. And some of the facts and figures, the capital is called Riyadh, and it has a total land area of 2,194,690 square kilometers. And Saudi Arabia has a population of 33,692,500 people, with a life expectancy at birth of 74.92 years. Some of the historical background of Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia emerged as a dynasty in the desert of the Arabian Peninsula. So basically in 1926, Abdulaziz Al Saud, known as Ibn Saud, conquered the Hijaz kingdom. The Hijaz kingdom was ruled by the Hashemite family, and the Hashemite family were the direct descendants of Prophet Muhammad. The Hashemites had the role of guarding the sacred city, and that is Mecca. And because of the unpopularity of the king of Hijaz, Abdulaziz Al Saud was able to conquer the Islamic holy cities, hence forming the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1932. The exploitation of huge oil reserves enabled Saudi Arabia to play an important role in regional and world economics and politics. So some of the human rights issues in Saudi Arabia, one is the women's right. So basically in Saudi Arabia, women face both formal and informal barriers when attempting to make decisions or take actions because of the guardianship system. So basically, a woman cannot make a decision on her own without the presence or consent of a male relative. And also, in Saudi Arabia, women since 1957 they were not allowed to drive. So driving was considered illegal for women in Saudi Arabia. And also, in addition to that, women face discrimination in many aspects of their lives, such as the justice system. The treatment of women in Saudi Arabia can be referred to as gender apartheid, whereby women are treated differently from men because of the patriarchal system in Saudi Arabia. So there is also religious discrimination. Being an Islamic state, it's only Islam that is considered as a religion. So if you an atheist, that's considered a terrorist offense. So a person is not supposed to talk about atheism because it's banned in the country. And if you're caught talking about atheism, the punishment is death. And also there are unlawful killings in the country. So basically, Saudi Arabia follow the Sharia law, and under the Sharia law, if one commits offenses like murder, rape, theft, robbery, or adultery, witchcraft, the punishment is death. And also, one interesting human rights issue in Saudi Arabia is that Saudi Arabia is the 57th least corrupt nation out of 175 countries. And in addition to the human rights issues, there is cruel treatment of detainees, people who have been detained, people who are waiting for trials, and they are treated very badly in the country. I'm going to show you some of the images. So this first image shows people protesting. So basically, a journalist was killed, a journalist called Jamal. So he was killed, but no one knows exactly who was behind his death. And so people were protesting because they want to know exactly who killed him, and so that justice can be made. And this second image shows women protesting against the abaya. So basically, like women are supposed to wear these robes, these black garments in public. However, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in March said wearing the robe was not mandatory in Islam. But in practice, nothing changed and no formal edict to the effect was issued. So basically, women were protesting against that. And this image shows women celebrating their right to driving. For a very long time, since 1957, women were not allowed to drive. But in June, uh, a ban on women driving that had been in place came to an end. And also, in November, there was joy when the kingdom recognized yoga as a sport for both men and women. So basically, because there was discrimination in gender, there was gender apartheid, there are some sports that were considered for men and other sports were considered for women. And yoga was one of them. But it was considered a sport for all genders by the Crown Prince Mohammed Al Salman. So, yeah.